Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is going to be the part 2 of the movie review of Wildflower that I promised I was going to do. So this is going to be the continuation and the last part. So we recall that Gowon raped Rolly, his personal assistant, and I feel like he had been showing signs of sexual harassment even from the day that he met her, and he eventually did rape her. And this was Nedu, or this is Nedu, her boyfriend, her so-called boyfriend, that rejected her and even blamed her after telling him about what she went through. That was pure victim blaming and all of that. But regardless, I was glad about the fact that she had the strength to voice out. It is not really easy to voice out about your experience of what it is you've passed through, because definitely there were so many other victims of that assault from their bosses, and they kept quiet, or they were shut up because they didn't have what it takes to fight that kind of man in that kind of position. You guys recall that even after each incident or each experience, he throws money onto them to take care of themselves. That was really, really degrading and demeaning. And it happens to be that these people tend to worship him because of his accomplishments, what he has achieved over time, and then he keeps taking advantages of those people. Here is the point where she voiced out, and then these were the society's response to her truth. Some of them were saying it is a lie. Even her boyfriend, this Nedu guy, is something else. He denied her outrightly. And then this Dotun guy also, he felt like it was a lie, it was a plan to bring him down because of his position, be his status in the society. And who has time? Nobody has time. Okay, maybe fine, it could be a plot, but why don't you look at the truth? Why don't you look at the other side of the story? What if it was actually the truth? And there were different responses to her coming out. And the other response was that this gave other victims, other survivors, the strength to come out, to stand up, and even to fight with her. Sometimes not everybody can actually fight about their experience or fight about justice as a whole. But when she did, it encouraged other victims to come out, to fight with her, to support her, to actually make the fight worth it, make the fight um, stronger and better to be able to be fought about. So this is Dotun. This is what's his name? This is Yinka, his wife, and then she is a survivor of Gon's sexual assault case and all of that. And then she wanted to speak up, but then he was discouraging her, saying that she did not need to talk about the issue. But me, in my opinion, I feel like Dotun here is a rape apologist, because there is no reason. The moment you begin to pressure somebody, you convince somebody to keep silent about a case, then that moment you are a rape apologist. And then this lawyer, left to me, I will say he's a rape apologist because he's aiding, he's abetting rape, he's contributing or supporting it. But then at the other end, he's a lawyer, he needs to earn a living, he's paid for this. But I feel like this is, I don't know, but my friend told me, when I was like, this lawyer, he did not try. When you know that actually this is what this guy actually is. But at the other hand, she was like, he's paid for it. He's paid for it. He's paid for it. And at this point was where Gowon went to meet Nidu, and then he was asking him to speak to Rolly and asked her to return back, Abi, drop the charges or the cases. And when he collected it, I was disappointed. Not until I saw that, okay, he had to wait that long before you are able to believe your girl. So at this point was where she was actually traumatized. She was experiencing PTSD, um, on the experience she had. She was having nightmares, um, panic attacks. She was just not okay. Fear, anger, so many things attached, and she acted her role real well. At this point, she was seriously scratching her body because she felt so dirty, so sad, so angry, and all of that. These are like signs, or these are no, these are traits that victims or survivors of abuse experience. They they showed this kind of feelings, yeah. And at this point, she was almost losing herself. I believe that Rolly is a very strong person. Like she was very strong, because at the same time she was even trying to support her dad too, that almost got raped, and even she herself, she needed help. She needed help at that point in time. She really needed help. But I'm glad she was able to speak up. I'm glad she had the support of that doctor. Yeah, that doctor was like a godsend to me. I'm glad. This kind of event can be traumatizing. You don't know, the person that you feel is supposed to be your support and your strength left you, is blaming you, and all of that. Yeah, he told her that he was not sure about the guy, but it was work. It was work. If she had known, she wouldn't have gone. If she had known that she would be raped, that wouldn't have happened. So here they were at the court already, and then Gowon charged her for how much? I think 100 million naira. I was like, seriously, for what you did? He came here and he was lying. He pretended, he lied about the whole issue. I'm like, Jesus, really? And then the scrutiny that she faced for something that was committed against her, so much questions thrown at her, the examinations, at an act that was perpetrated against her. It was really crazy and unbelievable. But this is what happens with life. And then the perpetrator doesn't get so questioned. The perpetrator is left to go scot-free. I understand that really it is court procedures, but even at that, it was intense. It was intense. It was really intense. Perpetrators should face the scrutiny. Rapists should face the scrutiny. At some point, she was being intimidated. She was even guilt tripped by the plaintiff's lawyer. Even for a lawyer, they had to stand up and like speak up against the way the lecturer was tying her to a corner, making her feel guilty about something that was entirely not her fault. It was crazy. Like at that point, I felt heartbroken. So finally, she won the case. She was given 50 million naira for damages. I was really glad that Yinka spoke up, that Dotun at the end of the day allowed her to speak up. If not, without her evidence or without her saying, I don't think that Rolly would have won the case. Actually, Gowon would have bought the case with money and all of that, but I was really glad she was able to win the case. There was something that I really did not say before the end of the video, was the point where Dotun was asking Yinka to let God be the judge. Really, gone are the days where God rains brimstone and coal of fire on someone when he or she has committed an offense. He sends and uses men, and until a man stands up, nothing's going to change. Sometimes justice brings. So sometimes it's not always forgiveness for everybody. It is justice. It was until she received justice that was when she was healed. Thank you for watching.